Guys, I hope you saw that. I was messing with my line and it must have hit it on the fall. It's Cornell with YouTube fishing vids after a long time, guys. This is my first fish on video in a while, and it's a decent one up here in the mountains of Maryland. I've been nursing probably one of the worst fishing injuries of my life. Guys, I've got what they call the trigger thumb. I can't even bend that left thumb of mine. It happened specifically on May 2nd at Kerr Lake during one of the MLF BFL tournaments that I did well on. But I was throwing a great big Alabama rig and I put some horrible pressure on that tendon right below the joint on the inside of my thumb, and I can't bend it, and I haven't been able to bend it since, hardly. I mean, if I do, it clicks, and if anybody knows what the trigger finger is, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I've had surgery on about 4 of them on my fingers, but on the thumb situation, it's horrible. I've been nursing it because there was a second tournament on High Rock Lake. I got a 9th place finish on that lake. Kerr Lake, by the way, was a 11th place finish, so I got a check in both of them. But yeah, I haven't been doing any fishing with the fact that I've got big tournaments coming up and I want to be in good shape for those and not hurt myself so bad. But here we go, itty bitty little bass, first cast on this point. I've been out here about a half an hour just looking around for some fish, and I found one. It's a dink, but I missed y'all. It's been a while. So let's go ahead and play on this here Old Town Sportsman Autopilot 120 of mine, sitting here with spot lock technology, working it out with a drop shot because it's summertime and the fish are deep and they're on weed lines, and the drop shot's the name of the game. It's hot and humid in the mid-Atlantic here in late July. There's the drop shot. I've got the Margarita Mutilator, just a Roboworm 6-inch straight tail, 1/8 ounce. Even with a little bit of wind, it's getting down there at about 12 to 15 feet is where I see him on this deep weed edge. I'm way out in the middle of the lake on a point. 82-degree water temps, blazing hot. It's hot out here. It's high humidity, probably 88 degrees, but I got a breeze and I got the clouds every now and then blocking that sun, so it's not so brutal as it could be. So let's see what happens if we get dropped down there right where that last one was. Literally, the second I picked it up, he was on. Little guy, but there's some big largemouth. There's great smallmouth in this lake. I've killed all kinds of trout and panfish. This is just an awesome getaway from the grind down in the suburbs my way. So I love getting up here, and there's another one right there, back-to-back casts. Unbelievable. So I located these fish. That feels like a little bit better one. But that's the way it's going to be once you find them on deep weed lines in the summertime. Feels like a little bit better fish. I hope that's a smallmouth. Wouldn't that be great? Oh yeah, they got to be a better fish. Pulled a little bit of drag and it feels like a smallmouth. It really does, the way it's fighting. And it looks brown. And I got a smallmouth. Back to back, smallmouth, largemouth. That's what this lake's all about. And I'm going to take a chance here, guys. No, maybe it isn't a smallmouth. It's just a little larger, a little bit bigger largemouth. Yep, that's it. 2 in a row, back to back. Not a bad gig. Getting back out here in front of you guys after all that time. I missed making these videos. It's a challenge getting out here when you're hurting. Yes, me holding that fish right there hurts like heck. But that's okay. The sacrifice is worth it. This little itty bitty rod in my right hand's mainly the reason I'm fishing this drop shot. I could probably do all kinds of things with bait casters, but I ain't touching a bait caster till this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday is the 4th tournament in FLW, gotta say this right, MLF BFL Piedmont Division. James River coming up. That's gonna be number 4, like I said, and I'm in 11th place in the entire division, so hopefully I'll do well in that one. Maybe I'll get myself up in the top 5. If not, do something wild and crazy. We'll see. 2 more tournaments left. Hopefully I'll get to the regional and have some fun and maybe bring home some dough. See if we do it 3 for 3 here on this edge in this weed line. I'm being real economical with my weights. I'm not doing any tungsten. This is the Gremlin Bullshot weight, 1/8 ounce. I put a little knot in the end of my 6-pound test fluorocarbon so it just grabs on. So I pinch that on, I don't know, about 14 inches maybe leader. And there's that 1/0 thin wire Roboworm Rebarb Hook. That's by Gamakatsu actually is what that is. And then there's that straight tail hand poured Margarita Mutilator, all salty and beautiful in that beautiful summer sun. So we're going to go straight in the tip, just barely past the barb, right, very much just right out that little nose right there. Comes straight through, barely let that barb grab, and I do not go past that eye. We're going to get as much action as I can, so that line connected directly to that eye of that hook's going to help give it ever so slight action, and then line it up. Super straight, folks. Super straight it goes. That's as straight as it gets. And then what I do is I just poke that barb out so it's got a little hole to come through. And there's my Roboworm setup right there. Beautiful drop shot setup, ready to go. Gonna put a little bang. I got a little pure crawl going on, just a little extra scent to add to that salt that's on there. And here we go. Let's go ahead and see if we can throw back out there and get number 3. Main line is Power Pro. No, I'm gonna take that back. That is a Sunline SX1 braid, 8-pound test braid, real super thin diameter. So super long casts with this light 1/8 ounce little weight, and connected to that, what is it, the 6-pound test fluorocarbon leader I got there with a Albright knot. Great setup on my Lew's custom speed stick, drop shot special. My Stratic CI4 3000 series, I believe. Let's see. Yep, 3000 series Shimano. That's my setup. Let's get them. This is one of the first time I've legitimately benefited from this incredible Minn Kota autopilot deal, this spot lock technology for drop shotting on deep weed lines on a kayak. Unbelievable, insane. I'm having a blast. This thing's absolutely incredible. Powered by lithium batteries. I don't know if you guys watched my earlier videos when I kind of went over my setup. I went lithium, guys. I hooked up with Amped Outdoors, and these batteries have been going strong. Every time I've been out here, it's been just non-stop. I haven't had any issues with the batteries. On the Humminbird Helix 7, on the boat itself, I got a 100 amp lithium battery, Amped Outdoors, and I got a 12 amp battery here for the electronics, and everything's been, I've been out here, I've been out 12 hours on different times before I hurt this thumb messing with this thing, and it's been going strong. So I'm real happy I was able to lighten the load, go lithium, have all that constant power to make this kayak do what it's made to do, which is run and gun and sit still when I need to. So let's see if sitting still finds me another bass. Let's hear a drop shot. Wind's in my face, picking up, still sitting perfectly still, but 1/8 ounce is tough sometimes. When I'm 12 to 18 feet of water trying to get it down, the wind starts to blow like that, I might have to get down to about a 3/16 to get it down. So I'm just keeping my line on the water, letting it peel out, and as soon as I see it stop, I pick up the slack and just feather it over those weeds. So I'm on the edge of the weeds, feathering it through the weeds, dropping out of the weeds, and then dropping it clear. And right there on that edge, right there on the bottom is where those bass are sitting. Sometimes they pick it up as it's falling right past their nose when they're on the edge of the weeds, and the ones that are sitting on the bottom are my next target if they don't pick it up on the way down. So it's blowing out here. I don't know what I'd do without this here spot lock. It's a dream. There we go. That was a good bite. Dead sticking it, guys. Here comes number 3 right here. All right, let's see what we got here. They're fighting hard. I can't, it's been a while since I've caught one on a drop shot as little fishing as I've done the past few months. Man, I've missed it. This is a crazy deal to get out here and find them this quick. Again, I don't think I've ever thrown the drop shot while I've got this spot lock. It's another largemouth and a pretty one. They are beautiful up here. These mountain bass are gorgeous. They fight great, and there's plenty of them. This is probably bigger than number 2. So yep, they keep getting a little bit bigger as I go. I'm gonna take a chance here. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I did because it's a good one. Look at that, guys. Ouch. Oh, that thumb. I'm so stupid to do that. I'm sitting here telling you about why I haven't been fishing that long, and I'm hurting myself doing it. Look at that beauty. Isn't that great? Just a great love. I'm not going to pick it up with that hand again. There you go. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. Let's get him back. So how do I fix this thumb? How can I get this thing working again? The deal is, there's certain therapies, there's massage, there's stretching, there's all kinds of things that you can do, and I've done them all. I've done everything, and partially genetic, but a lot of just fishing and working with my hands and my other jobs that I've had in life, and just all kinds of, my dad had trigger fingers like crazy. With that said, there's pretty much no other recourse than surgery. So again, I've had surgery on 4 fingers. I've had a pinky, a middle finger on my right, the 4th finger and the middle finger on my left. And this bad boy is gonna have to take a little bit more of a cut to get in there. There's more nerves and some more sensitive areas of the thumb. So after the tournament season is my deal. So come probably November, I'm gonna set up a time where I can get out and get some surgery. It's an in and out kind of thing. He just says he's gonna make me a little sleepy, a little local, and then he's gonna cut in there and basically cut a sheath that wraps the tendon that's basically with a swollen, inflamed nodule of a tendon trying to get back and forth through that sheath. It gets stuck. And if it gets past it, it's stuck one way, and past it, stuck another, and it just clicks really, really bad. And boy, if I get that thing fixed, it's gonna be a dream come true, because I'll be back and as good as new, hopefully. So it's gonna be a little while before I get that done. Once it's done, I'll be back to normal, but in the meantime, I just gotta nurse it a little bit and work these spinning rods a little bit more than those bait casters for the time being. There's a good look at the vegetation I'm dealing with down there. Some kind of cabbage grass. I don't know all my subsurface aquatic vegetation, submerged aquatic vegetation, but it's that cabbagey stuff, real thick and heavy. See how it actually pushed through my bait and got to the actual hook right there. So that's what I'm dealing with down there, which is a good thing because that's where the fish are. Just means I got to pull through, and that's why I've got the Texas rig drop shot set up too, by the way. No way I was going to put some kind of nose hooked something or other down there. Just that Texas rig deal, slithering through the grass, or I should say cabbage, whatever that junk is, and hopefully getting hold of number 4. Every bass has been bigger. Oh, right there, almost below the boat. I almost went vertical with that guy, another little guy. Oh, he's a jumper though, and he threw my Roboworm. That's great. So 4 fish with 2 Roboworms, that's not too bad. But 4 fish, guys, 4 fish in the heat of the summer. And I'm talking heat of the summer. It's out here, it's blazing out here. And it's midday. I mean, it's midday, it's like 2 o'clock. So, you know, the deal is, you know, in the summertime, getting out, you know what, here we go. Let's do the right hand thing. There we go. That's gonna feel a little bit better. So the deal is, you know, mornings, evening, it's more comfortable to get up in the morning and maybe go out a little bit later when that sun's a little low, avoid the heat. But the fish are here. They're just on those edges, real deep, right on those shade lines, and they bite. They bite, especially on those drop shots, man, all day long on a Roboworm, right? So let's go and get number 5. We did it again, guys. Hit it on the fall. It sure did. That feels a little, I don't know yet. I can't tell if it's heavier or not. Gosh, got another one. Got another one. I'm just fan casting left and right. And that time I went right. It's a nice one. These are all nice to me. Pulling a little drag too. Look at you. Hooked perfectly. Here he comes. 6-pound test should handle your little self. Belly's on him too. Looks like a numbers kind of day, at least the way it's starting. There's always bound to be a decent sized fish. Always bound to be a smallmouth mixed in out here. But right now we're catching some numbers. Little mountains, largemouth. Back it goes. All right, let's try that same side and see if they jump on it again the second it hits the bottom. Back and forth, left to right, right to left. Give each spot a break, and as they cruise along the weed edge, a new victim is bound to find my bait. There we go. There's another one. That was barely. Guys, the hook set's really deliberate. Not a real sharp hook set, just a pull. And it's popping them. I haven't lost a fish yet. This one's staying down a little bit more. Hasn't come up to jump yet. What do we got here? Let's see. A whole bunch of largemouth right here, I think. Good pull. Decent little fish. Oh, okay, there you go. A little more shoulders on him. A little mix of everybody in here. Yep, that's probably the bigger fish of the day. Let me get down here with my right hand. How you like that? Right in the nose. Look at the way those things are pegged every time. Beautiful thing. Oh wow, look at the colors. Look at the cool thing going on. What the heck is that? I thought something was going on. He's got some cool colors on his fins right there. A little black pigment going back. All right, caught a few fish in that spot right there. We're not going to go very far because we're on a productive point. We're just going to get to the point where I can cast to where I have not casted before. So hopefully there'll be some fresh water with some fresh fish ready to bite. See if we can get a handful more. So I've disengaged autopilot. I've got it about 5.5 speed. Just hit that prop and away I go. So if you guys haven't seen how this here ipilot works, this Minn Kota, it's absolutely incredible. So basically I'm just cruising along. Don't have to go very fast. I can certainly go fast if I want to. Just crank it all the way up to 10. I'm going to do about 4 miles an hour. But I'm not going very far, so I don't have to go that fast. So I'm just showing off a little bit. So 5 it is. I'm going to get about to the point where my cast could reach. Basically hit the brakes, hit the anchor button, and there she goes. She's just basically sitting me right where I'm at. So I'm going to sit right here. I can see the edge of weeds on the helix. I'm still in about 23 feet of water, so casting out that away should hopefully find me a handful more bass. So let's see how that goes. I'm going barefoot on this here kayak because it's got this really super soft EVA bottom. And that old Pelican, I was always putting those cushion floor mats in there, and there we go, right there. And that was always pretty cozy. But sure enough, second cast after the move, we got bass number, I don't know what, 6, 7. I can't keep track anymore after 5 usually. This one's digging in the wind. Come on up here, show me what you got. It's another nice largemouth, looks like. Yep, nothing huge. Always a good fight. There it is. First one, ouch, on the new spot on the second cast. Too cool. Let's get those pliers. Got that a little bit deeper, but not so deep that I can't get you. Here it is. All right, it's going very well so far. Looks like the bite is shut down, guys. Late afternoon here in the summertime, it gets pretty rough out here on a warm summer's day. So I'm on a point where I've been pretty good for one more fish when I want to call it a night, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get a sign out fish. We're going to call it because I got about an hour and a half ride home. I got some work to do. I was just happy as heck to get out. Happy as heck I can get out here and do another video since it's been so long, and real happy that I can actually be productive with it and actually catch a few. So the sun is in your eyes right now. It's getting ready to dip behind those mountains here in a couple hours, but just see if we can get one more and we'll call it a night. Oh, and we got our sign out fish, and it feels like a good one, guys. It feels like a real good one right here off this point. Oh, I hope he comes out of that grass. There's a lot of grass here, and man, he pulled hard. If it's a smallmouth to end the night, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic. It's just a nice largemouth, just a really big largemouth too. Always great to get the biggest fish as the last fish to call it a night. So let's get this beauty in here, right up off this point that I'm very, very familiar with. Done real well here, catching some really nice ones. Sorry about the sun being in your eyes, but that's the angle of the ipilot. I might go ahead and shut that ipilot down so I could spin this boat around and let you all see this fish. Wouldn't that be nice? There we go, ipilot shut down. She's way down there. Let's get this fish up here. Oh, it's a beauty. Nice fish, beautiful fish to call a night. It is hooked right in the bone of the mouth. Let's just do this with the right hand because that's the strong thumb. There it is, guys. Isn't that a beauty? Nothing huge, but bigger than any fish I've caught. And like I said, the next fish is going to be the last fish, and we're going to call it a night. Let me spin this boat around one more time so I can sign out with you guys. Just a matter of hitting that ipilot, turning it one time. There we go, turning it around. How convenient is that? Remote control style. I get to fit that beautiful largemouth right in the sun and say, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.